Putting a dip in your hip, a glide in your stride. Welcome to the mothership, the home of the travelers of the universe, with shows throughout the week. Everything you want, everything you could need. From the paranormal to the supernatural, from the spiritual to the unknown, from emotions to comedy. You can find us at Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and so much more. This is R.I.F.T Nation Network, the RNN. And now, your featured show. Shall we begin?
Warning! This video contains content that is not suitable for all audiences. Some of the information in the following video could be shocking to some viewers and is likely to cause some unexpected reactions. This video is for educational purposes only and does not break any of the YouTube policies as outlined in their community standards. Viewers' discretion is advised. Good morning and welcome to the R.I.F.T Nation Network. I'm Howie Odell.
My name is Ryan. How
And
are you?
We welcome you to What's Going Down. Get your coffee, get your tea, get whatever your beverage may be. Join us, sit down with Ryan and me, and let's chat.
Let's discuss.
Yeah, let's talk about some things this morning. That's why we created this show, is to chat with you guys. It's an open format show. We're going to be talking about news across the board, which really it's not a lot of news that's out this month. But, you know, we got some interesting stuff we're going to bring to you. Along with that, discussing these things with you guys, travelers and those alike. And hello, everybody on TikTok. Welcome. Hello. So we've got some interesting things that are taking place.
It's not a lot of news out there, but it was still interesting. So maybe quality over quantity when it comes to.
I'm going to go with that.
You know?
Yeah, I'm going to definitely go with that. And before we go any further, we're going to cheers up. And those on TikTok just saw, but you can get your Traveler's mug now. It is here. This is what the Traveler mug looks like. And of course, if you want to come visit the Cabin on 360, it's got its mug too. So there you go. Hey, Travelers right there.
Beautiful.
Yep. Props to Jason Gray for stepping up and going, hey guys, I got your mugs for you, taking care of us. So
yeah, he does a lot. He does mugs. He'll do. I think he's starting doing mouse pads now.
Getting ready to start shirts.
Yeah,
and baseball caps.
So look up Jason Gray. He's got like a little South Park looking character as his avatar on Facebook, and
you can find him at GI Paranormal.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's Jason. So let's get into it. Hopefully, you guys, you have your coffee or tea. Hello, so many people on TikTok. Wow, you've got a lot of people kicking in over there.
Heck yeah.
Hello, everybody. Hello. And travelers and those like, hey, where are you going? We want you here. Don't disappear.
Yeah, stay here. Hang out with us.
Don't disappear. That rhymes.
We want you here. Don't disappear.
That's right. Hey, we're doing pretty good this morning.
Yeah.
Rock on.
Coffee helps.
Yeah, coffee.
I drank a V8 this morning, so I got the vegetables in my system, so I'm good.
I need to do that myself. Not ignoring you guys, but I'm not used to this, so I'll look over.
Yeah, we're looking both ways.
Yeah,
we're here for you too.
That's right,
and them,
and we appreciate you, TikTok, being here. I know I do because I don't do TikTok.
I'll do TikTok sometimes. Sometimes I'll do the talk.
He does the talk. Anyway, say good morning to us if you're there. We would love to hear from you. Let's jump right into it. Let's talk about Boeing, shall we? What a cluster F that's got going on. NASA and Boeing are blowing billions of dollars on the Starliner starship, spaceship, whatever you want to call this thing. It's been 4 times now delayed.
For like a cruise ship for space.
Yeah,
wow.
Yep. They're trying now to consider what? They're trying now to compete against the competitors, that being SpaceX and those guys. And we're finding that the last 4 times there's been a little thing here and little thing there, and it's been about the Boeing spacecraft. So, NASA's government.
Isn't Boeing going through some shit right now with that guy who was shot before he had to testify for something? Like the doors weren't secure or something.
Now, we're going to go down that rabbit hole if you go there.
I mean,
because we're talking about 2 companies that do the exact same patterns throughout 55 years. We want to talk about Boeing. We can talk about NASA just as much, killing off their own employees. I mean, let's look at it. During the Mercury missions, family was killed by a NASA train.
A NASA train?
Yep. The car suddenly stopped across the tracks and got
Suddenly
wiped out.
Stopped.
Yes, suddenly stopped. They even have questions about the capsule fire.
The Apollo 11?
Yep. And there's 4 employees throughout the last 10 years or beginning 10 years of NASA, sudden deaths. And a lot of people have considered in the conspiracy theory world, here we go, that, NASA was responsible for it because of leaks. They didn't want people to know that we were behind in the space race.
They got to give that feeling of power, like we're number one.
It's kind of like the church. Now, by no means are we putting any blame. We're not saying NASA did it. We're saying conspiracy theory.
Yeah, we're not saying.
Don't come after us, please. We don't need that crap.
I don't need my car stopping in the middle of a train track.
Or a black car showing up in the front of the cabin.
Yeah, exactly.
Come with us.
The men in black showing up at the cabin.
No thanks. We're good. We got enough shit here.
What other people are saying, not us.
Exactly. But on the flip side, it's true. They have rescheduled the launch again for June 1st. And then, of course, if it's not good, June 1st, June 2nd, and June 3rd. So they're expecting one of the 3 days that
like if it's cloudy, they can't do it or some shit.
I don't know, man. I don't understand that, especially with that one. Clouds shouldn't have a difference when it comes to a launch, but evidently they feel like it does.
If clouds is stopping something from launching, I don't want to be on it.
Yeah.
If clouds can mess it up.
Holy crapola, here we
clouds.
go.
Oh my gosh.
We don't need that shit. The other thing is, FAA almost grounded the SpaceX launch because of supposedly a faulty part or a faulty engine. But then this week, I've got that in here, I do believe. This week, the FAA said, it's not anything to do with public endangerment, so it's good to go.
Yeah, we don't have a faulty part in a spaceship.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard that like a lot of the airplanes that we still use are like from the 1960s or 70s. It's like they don't really renew their airplanes that much.
No.
And they just kind of tinker with them.
It's kind of like cars.
Yeah.
After a certain years, you don't even have to get it inspected. Now, of course, that's when it comes to antiques, but you can't drive it all the time. There's laws, but
difference between driving a Dodge Charger and flying
a Catalina.
Yeah. A little bit higher off the ground. I'm in a fucking plane.
Slow speed. I'm doing good. I'm 50 to 150, 300 feet up in the air, looking down, and the motor stalls.
I can't go to DMV and get my pilot's license.
Maybe one day.
You got those cars. I was watching. It was a while ago. I was watching the Grand Tour
Mm-hmm.
on Amazon Prime, and they had this guy. This guy was like, no, it was like I think it was there in Norway or something, and they had this car that has actually had wings on it, and it flew from like 20 miles from where they took off to the airport.
Yeah. They knew that they got 3 of them now. They got one called a sports model. It's got a long nose on it, 3 wheels that it folds up, and then the rear end it'll hatchback it out. That reminds me of Jackie Chan.
No, right. It reminds me of that show Mask.
Oh, Mask. Yeah, there's another one.
The cartoon where the car turns into a plane, and the motorcycle had this little helicopter thing that came up and stuff like that.
I was thinking when you said that, I was thinking Cannonball Run.
Oh yeah,
with Jackie Chan and the black Datsun. I think it was a Datsun.
Was that Jackie Chan?
Yeah, that was Jackie Chan.
Oh, man, that was a good movie.
Yeah. Sayonara.
We should remake that movie.
I know that actually would. If they could remake the first one, I might be interested in doing that.
I mean, people were in that movie. There was a lot of famous people in that movie.
Yeah, the majority of the people in that movie are dead. Did you know?
Yeah.
That's scary as hell. Actually, I think all of them are.
Yeah, I mean, but it was like early 80s that movie came out?
Yeah, 80, 81. Sammy Davis Jr. He's gone. Burt Reynolds is gone. Dean Martin. John Candy. Not John Candy.
Dom DeLuise.
Don DeLuise. Boy, they could have been twins, But anyway, we're off track, you guys. Sorry, but that's what happens with us.
That shit happens.
That's right. We still got a couple other things going out there. So one of the YouTubers I follow, and I want to say this to both you guys and the TikTokers, majority of our news comes from YouTube, and we follow certain people. We get that news from, and we acknowledge those people on YouTube because they're giving it. We just want you to go and watch them, but we give you the highlights of that particular YouTube channel and what they come up with. So the last one actually came from NASA Space News and Abbreviation. I have 3 others, but you have a really good article. So I wanted to get up into that one. We're going to hand it on over to the Ryan Master here, and let's see what he's got going out there.
So the Vatican has decided to change the way it approaches supernatural phenomena.
Again?
Yeah, well, kind of ever evolving apparently.
Yeah, they're like, oh, it doesn't exist, but we got millions of bishops out there to take care of anything. Oh, now we have to have an academy. That was 10 years ago. We have to have an academy for them. So it doesn't exist, and there's no such thing as exorcisms, but we got over 15 bishops to go out specifically to handle exorcisms.
Oh, just in case,
Just in case.
You never know.
Yeah.
New guidelines explain how the church should look at claims of crying Mary statues, apparitions of Jesus, stigmata, bleeding, crosses, and much more. These guidelines have nothing to do with aliens. A lot of people were like, "Oh my God, they're going to be, talking about aliens," and finally acknowledging that aliens exist, and it really has nothing to do.
No, the Vatican has its own separate group for alien activity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Well, this is funny because what you're bringing out here is something that was done back in the 80s and it fell through. And they said, no, we don't need to do that. And here they are bringing something back from the 80s.
Yeah.
Keep it going, bro.
Apparently it does need to happen.
Yeah, no shit.
So they were excited about their, them talking, their stances on aliens, but didn't have anything to do with aliens. Sometimes people would see stuff and it would bring people together and lift spirits. That's the good things.
Right.
Not all of it was good though. A lot of the time people are reporting phenomena for personal interest within. That's why they wanted to stop it. Like,
no, that would make sense.
Walk into the woods and see Jesus or whatever. And then, people you start getting views on social media and, more of a personal interest.
You mean like Jesus on a piece of toast?
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
Phenomena should be treated as NHIL, nihil, nil, obstat, essentially the church does not validate it, but people may worship it if they want, which doesn't make sense to me. If a bishop feels they have witnessed paranormal phenomenon, they should submit their judgment to the dicastery for approval, but this should only be reserved for exceptional cases.
So they're making it easier, but making it harder at the same time.
Yeah, that's how I've said this whole thing.
Yeah.
Phenomenon should be treated as nil abstat. Essentially, the church does not validate it, but people can really worship it if they want. Well, isn't that? Aren't you not supposed to worship false things?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
I don't understand that part.
Yeah,
I don't get that part. But I'm not Catholic, so it's okay.
Gotta love it.
They can do what they want.
That's right. Go to the church.
But yeah, basically, the church feels they should witness, they should. But this document warns bishops against declaring events spiritual without Vatican approval.
Huh. Interesting.
So, and that's it.
You know, I will say this. It is funny because in the movie Stigmata, the priest in that was doing just that. Exactly what they were talking about. And there are priests and bishops that go out and research to verify if these objects are or are not. And then the ironic part is if they are found are, the Vatican takes it.
Yeah.
So, hey, Jason, we just gave you props out there, brother.
What's just like the government? Something happens, they'll
Well,
take
you know,
it, or the Smithsonian will take it and put it away in a box and never to be seen again.
never be seen again. And then the existence, oh, yeah, it exists somewhere. We've got it locked away.
Or be like, I don't know what you're talking about. We don't have that.
Yeah, just like the whole factor of the church saying we don't know anything about aliens, but there's plentiful amounts of paperwork saying that they have articles in scripture of alien activity and encounters locked away in the basement of doom.
Yeah.
So
But that's just rumors and innuendo.
that's right. Rumors and innuendo as far as the church goes. What did I do? You didn't do anything. You did fine.
You decided to make us cups
That's
right
right.
there. That's
We
what
got
you
our
did.
cups.
We gave you crops.
That's right.
Give you crops.
Gave you crops.
Give you crops.
What the hell's on your mind? Are you getting ready for the weekend? So speaking of which, before going to news, you got some stuff going on, and we probably want to do some haunted night chat.
We have got a paranormal investigation at Henricus Historical Park on Saturday night. Paranormal, GI Paranormal is going to be there as well. I believe FPRI is going to be out there. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then June 14th and 15th, we have an event here at the Cabin on 360. Haunted Nights Paranormal events are going to be out here with the Wraith Chasers. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be a big event. Looking excited. I didn't give you crabs, at least not this time. Hey, what's up, Crystal? How are you doing? Hello. Is that the Crystal you know? Crystal Irving, maybe?
It looks like her. Is that Irvin? It that be Irvin out there?
Holy shit, we got Crystal Irvin watching this.
Ooh.
So, 14th and 15th here at the Cabin on 360. We're going to be having a good time.
Now, we got to give some props now. I mean, Haunted Nights, they got their thing going on. Is that this weekend?
Oh, yeah,
Dunlora. Haunted Nights will be at Dunlora. Mike and Chris. Yeah, from Tennessee Wraith Chasers. So you can check that out. I think they still have tickets available. Or is it sold out?
I think so.
Well, do you all still have tickets?
Saturday is almost sold out.
Okay.
Friday has 10 tickets left.
Nice. Well, what about the event here for Haunted Nights?
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, my bad. I thought you were.
I have no idea about Henricus.
Very good.
I don't know what's going on with that, but if you're in town this weekend, if you want to come to the second established colony in Virginia, and probably one of the oldest haunted locations in the country because it's over 400 years old.
Other than that, the only other two places that I could think, and whoa, here we go. We're going to get in a little paranormal.
Yes, Crystal Irving says, "What's up, Buttercup?
What's up, little lady? What? One of our sisters from another mother.
Heck yeah,
sister of a sister.
Sister
That's
of a
interesting.
sister.
Well, that's how it is. Anyway, I know I need to get down and see you guys.
The Irving rabbit hole. There.
Yeah, no. Where the hell we're going with that? It just
talk
the
about
paranormal
locations. Yes.
So Henricus would probably be the third. I would say the first is probably going to be St. Augustine, Florida.
True.
For now, we're talking about just in America, because you go from St. Augustine and then Jamestown.
Maybe before that, even Roanoke Island before Jamestown.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I would totally give that.
So the St. Augustine, Roanoke Island, and then
I don't know if anybody's researched Roanoke Island, if there would be any activity. I know St. Augustine has a buttload of activity, especially at the lighthouse, and supposedly near the Fountain of Youth. But we all know that Jamestown has activity.
Yeah.
The land itself. And we both know Henricus is haunted at its ass.
There's so much activity at Henricus Park. It's crazy.
And the ironic part, it's not the original site. It's a reproduction of the site, because the original site is in the river.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a little away from where the original site was. But
maybe that's what we should do. One show we should talk about the haunted sites per state.
Yeah.
Like, because a lot of people are like, oh, my state's the most haunted. My state's the most haunted. We got you trumped.
Virginia's pretty haunted.
Yeah, I think we are. We got it there. I would say, and nothing against the cabin here or anywhere else, but as far as when it comes to Virginia, it's most haunted.
I wonder. Sorry, if the spirits, since the land is not been able to get to it because it's underwater. If the spirits who are on the land don't want to, they can't haunt water. I guess I know. I've seen that there are some spirits in the water.
Hello,
but I'm wondering
Jolly Roger.
That's true. But I'm wondering if they recognized Henricus and moved there. If they started to.
Ooh, okay, that's a valid point. Because I don't know if you remember that conversation you and I had the second time we were out there. You asked me that question. How can this place be haunted if this is not the original material, or if this is not the original site? Remember what John said. They do have original material from the town. Hey, Ash. From the town itself, or from the locations that are used there. Two, we don't know from the point where we were back what's taking place there.
Yeah.
We know bikers used to hang out there. We know it was part of the Civil War. Who knows what else? I mean, it was a park-ish area for a very long time.
You're getting Native American spirits in the Native. You get Native American spirits in the Native American section.
Yeah, that's very true.
And I guess there could have been
a connection,
or they could have been tribes on the land before.
Yeah, I would say it's trigger. I would say some of it's imprintable, and I think some of it's unimprintable from the land. I mean, there's
I wonder how long does something have to be there for it to be there long enough for it to be like a residual haunting?
Depending on the theory, here we go. Depending on theory, it depends on how the passing was, because we got to be careful about using the D word on YouTube. Can't say the C word, can't say the D word, so it will be the passing over of. If it was a dramatic shock passing, imprinting is pretty much automatic. Yeah. From what they say, something can trigger.
The massacre that took place, but that didn't take place on that land. But I'm still getting them sold.
Well, it did still take place on the land.
Yeah.
On that land. I mean, it was just much more spread out.
Yeah.
But it's still, I mean, the intent and the organization took place on that land to do that to the settlers there.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Miss Susan. Good morning. Hope you're feeling better. So, it really could come at any point in any moment, if you think about it. Plus, if it's dimensional, I'm not going to go celestial, but if it's dimensional, it could be a reflection, or we could be encountering at times there what the other side is happening. Kind of like what we do and interfere with the other side, the upside down.
Yeah.
Can we interfere? Can we react? I mean, these are all paranormal theories. You guys can't say it is and isn't. However, these are the theories.
Like a glance into the past. So I guess residual haunting would be a glance to the past.
It very well can be. It's not necessarily in person. Good morning. Good morning. I'd like to say hello to everybody at TikTok for the first time. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome, Daphne. Hello, William. Hey, Ashley.
Hello. Hanny put in here. She said, "Have you read the book of Gabriel R.I.F.T? It takes a lot." Oh, good Lord, get back here. Let me get back here. It takes a lot about the things they do for these paranormal cases. It's a great book. All right, so we got to check that out. No, I have not. I don't read a lot of books written by people that are in the paranormal assist research. I'm not gonna lie, and I'll explain that one. There's a lot of people like, well, how do you know? Well, I do my research. I just don't necessarily go after the authors. I think that's pretty much for people who are interested in it. But if you're already in it, you're doing the research. I think we, as researchers, if we're doing the proper research and investigating, what somebody's telling us in the book, we've already done or already doing. That's not an ego statement. That's a standard statement, because it's also said that we are born with most of the knowledge that we're going to have. We just need to open it up and key it. I mean, it's not saying I don't learn from people. I learn from experiences like being in the field with like Ryan and with my team, being with others out there, and learn from people from the past like Bill Freeman. So, but I will get Sarah on that one, the Gabriel R.I.F.T book. I will do that. Jason says, as long as you didn't give me crabs.
You would know if I did.
Yeah. Well. Oh, Robert White. Mr. White has joined us. Hi. Terminal velocity of the timing couldn't be another way to put it. Yes. Agreed. Very well. Miss Susan says, yep, I can drink coffee without it dripping. Very good. Thank God for that one. Robert says, living in the upside down here. Yeah, it makes you wonder if we are the upside down, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we are.
Especially, I mean, it makes you, well, with all the things that we've been seeing in the last 5 years, the crossing over, and, people go to stranger things. And I'm like, our government's just as twisted as what you saw in the movies. That there's a possibility that a lot of the stuff that we are seeing could be because of experimental theories or research from the government. I agree that it's possible. Anything's possible.
I think we're learning a lot more about everything because of the way that the internet stuff, and there's a lot more information that was kept quiet or on the fringe, that if you were believing that stuff, that you were crazy, or and I think they made it that way so you don't think out the box, because you didn't want to be considered a crazy person. So they stopped. If you believe in aliens or all that stuff, you must be you're crazy, because most time people just want to fit in. But now that they have the internet and have social media where you can express yourself and not feel like such an outsider, it's making it a lot easier to discuss these topics and not feel like you're the crazy person talking to himself in the corner.
I'll go with that. I actually thought about this last month. As interesting enough, how when we were kids, we heard about the fairy tales. We heard about dragons and unicorns and fairies, etc., and UFOs. They exist, blah blah, and we didn't really think about it. We just said, oh, that's just books and mythology and fairy tales. And we get into our teenage years and we start seeing some weird shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then we start getting into what we're doing now, and we're like, this shit is real. Some of it is real. Why? And if we were younger and we didn't have the filters, why do we see it now when we should have seen it then? That, or maybe we did see it and didn't recognize it. That's it.
You know, I'm thinking like how I would feel as a kid growing up, and I told people that my dad looked for ghosts. You know,
He's a ghost.
it was just different back then because all it basically was the unexplained or whatever with William Shatner, maybe unsolved mysteries.
Oh no! Before then, there's Leonard Nimoy.
In search of.
Oh yeah, that's what got me addicted to all this to begin with. That and my dad. So yeah,
But it's so more prevalent now.
yeah, it's
Like,
acceptable.
Yeah.
Society has accepted the fact of there are strange things out there that are taking place, and there's people that are actually out there wanting to get an answer for it and coming up with theories and ideas to do it. I agree. Susan says, is it hard to research the native side of investigation? I don't think so. I don't. If you reply, Hanny can actually tell to you more about that. It shouldn't be that hard, but you have to open up. Einstein and Tesla both said to understand the paranormal, you have to have your science and you have to have your religion. So what's the difference in that? We should be able to apply and understand and use the same theories and understand what the natives' thoughts, etc., were. Put ourselves in that position to come up and be able to investigate that. That's a valid point, Robert. For me, the box was soaked by a rainstorm and fell apart decades ago. I like the way you put that, sir. Susan says, over here there was a Winnipeg that would translate the EVP. Oh, that's kind of like Haney does for us with the German and native. Kroger, yeah. Yeah, we're not even going to go there. Kroger. But, and it's a valid point to have people to be able to translate that location, which I've done before. We did it at Bel Nemus. We had someone from the Manipanai tribe confirm what was being said at Bel Nemus, which was really cool.
Well, I know we walk around in the back in the woods behind the cabin, and we'll say certain Native American phrases,
mm-hmm.
And we'll talk to the natives, and we'll thank them for letting us come on their land and and talk to them and stuff like that. And
we do offer. We have offerings.
Yeah,
it's respect. It's respect of everything. Offerings of tobacco, alcohol, flowers. So
it's about respect.
Yeah, respecting them. You get more in return when you respect than when you go and agitate. And it's just like humans. So, yeah, absolutely. Monica says, morning all. Sorry, I was making coffee. Hey, all right. Welcome to the club, girlfriend. Robert drops in and says, of course, there are strange things out there. You just need to have an open mind and know that you actually know not a lot about this universe. Oh, well said. I'll go with that.
We don't know everything.
Yeah, we don't by any means. Gifting sites. Yeah, there you go. There's another one. We don't know crap about the paranormal, folks.
It's so much out there that it's foolish to think that what we see is what we get.
Yeah,
that's it. And I think that's what they want us to think, that if seeing is believing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it's nice to see it, and you shouldn't believe in everything, but you still have to have an open mind that, hey, there is more to out there than what we see every day.
I agree with that. If we have more of an open mind, we have a better center point where we can accept things at a greater mass rate than if we're closed-minded. I agree. I mean, that's an emotions too. I'll say that. That's definitely an emotions as well. Let's get into some more. We got about 26 minutes left of the show. This is coming from the Angry Astronaut. Love that guy. On YouTube. Got to check it out. This is 24 hours. This has been within 24 hours. FAA. Oh, look, they're back in the story again. Yeah. FAA and NORAD have reported UFO encounters, now official, in Arizona and Oregon.
Oregon.
Yeah, Oregon.
Aragon. Lord of the Rings or something.
Yeah, you know, good. Look, got like dragons.
Yeah,
plane, you know. F-15s were scrambled out. Now, if you go to Angry Astronaut, his site, you can actually see the footage. He has footage that the F-15s took, supposedly.
Can you share, like, next time? Can you go to, like, can you share YouTube pages to that? Like I do with my show when we do the react. Maybe
Yes.
react to some of the videos that they have?
can. I just don't know how.
Oh.
I'm still learning.
Hit that plus button right there.
Yeah.
That's what happens over at StreamYard.
I've got to do some testing.
Yeah.
But I plan to do that especially for this show.
And it would be a lot to show the videos and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. I didn't want to be like everybody else's show. I wanted to be more interactive personally, but the more I've been thinking about that, especially last time we had the show, the more I'm going, okay, maybe this show does need to have that. So I'm actually considering putting that into the show so people, our viewers, guys need to come on over to Facebook.
Come on over. Check out the R.I.F.T Nation Network.
That's right.
For all the cool shows they have on that network.
And then while you're there, you can check out the Vibe Network
and the Freaking Awesome Paranormal Show.
Oh, that's
every
just plug
Tuesday night.
Just plug in your personal show. You greedy bastard.
I'll plug whatever I can.
That's what she said.
That's right.
Sorry, had to go there. Jason said a word like to use in possible.
Word I like to use is possible. It is possible.
Everything's possible. Anything's possible. Everything in the paranormal is possible. It's true. We still just don't know a damn thing about it. But anything is possible. That opens up the whole gate of the possibilities. Anyway, I like the idea. We're going to do that. I am going to start adding those videos if we're allowed to do it, because I just don't want to get busted by YouTube and any violations. But I've reached out to him, so hopefully he'll give me permission to use his footage.
You would think that someone he'd want to. We're not making money off of this.
No.
So you'd think they'd want to have their videos.
You would think
put out there to.
You know, a lot of times it's not them; it's actually YouTube that's the problem. Same thing with Facebook. So,
I've yet to run into a problem, and I share videos all the time.
So I don't care. I don't know. We got. Okay. So, truth be told, we got 2 strikes pre-2022 on YouTube because of content that was used that was copyrighted and they did not have permission. Which that
was it music or
it was music and video.
I mean, we got in big trouble.
Big trouble.
I'll get stuff muted on YouTube. For the videos and stuff, but I mean, once it's on there, it's already on the podcast, so they can't take it off. So had to go. This is also what she said.
Bravo, sir, bravo. And and we Susan has been working really hard to keep our YouTube. Susan's been working really hard. Susan, that's what she said.
Working really hard. Yeah. That's what she said.
Yeah. Don't use anything by Disney. Well, absolutely not. No, he's absolutely right. Disney and anything by WWE, Titan Sports, you get in a lot of trouble for that too. Well, they're seeking it out. But what the hell was I talking about now? Those 2 comments completely threw off my track. Oh crap. Anyway, all right, back at it. So
Focus.
focus. All right, let's go on to the next story. We did find out that through Science News, YouTube. All right, this is Science News. This was 36 hours ago. This is interesting. And I just threw it in here because this is not of the norm. Yes, I have. Copyright. Yes, you have. Oh, that's what it was. She's been working really hard to get our strikes off
Oh, okay.
of YouTube because the person built up an entire year's worth of strikes against us. And we were at the last warning of them shutting us down. So, yeah.
Damn. People have too much time on
Science.
their hands.
Yeah, well,
Science.
well, too much time on our hands, but the other person, that was hosting, did not pay attention and did not listen to the warnings that Susan and I were giving them.
Oh.
They just want to keep putting out their content, which we told them you can't do that. You can't just drop content. That's why everything that's on this network has got a written approval, such as Traffic Experiment, the music from them, from the Monkeys, that experiment, any of the video. I've got permission to use the pictures and music because I am not risking this network for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, hopefully we can do that. So it'd be cool if we can jump that and put that up in here. And yes, Jason, science. Let me look into a workaround for you. Rock on, girlfriend, especially if you want to bring Metal Shop back, because I would love to bring Metal Shop back. Man, would I love to bring Metal Shop back. All right. So here's some thrown out news that's completely different than everything we've been talking about. Coming from Science News. Did you know that there is a race of orangutans that is a smaller race that actually make nests in trees?
I did not know that.
I did not know it either, and I was doing a little research this morning, and come to find out, they're half the size of a normal orangutan. They will actually get up in the trees, and they will build nests in the tree, not on the ground. I thought that was inquisitive.
They probably need to stay up the hides as far as the way of defense.
It could be. I mean, orangutans are pretty damn strong, but yeah, look at Clyde.
Yeah.
But, I did find that to be something definitely off.
And it's kind of strange that they just figured out that they exist.
They exist and they, make the nest. Where the hell do they think these nests came from? But it's intriguing. Again, 36 hours ago. Oh, no, that was 8 days ago. I apologize about the date. That was 8 days ago. And on my last list on the little things that I've come across, coming from DW News. This is YouTube again, of course. DW News. Scientists have found a way to harness and extract energy using photosynthesis. Now, this intrigues me. Because we're in the midst of solar power. We're trying to do solar power. What is the difference between solar power and photosynthesis? One is the sun is the same. It's the same factor, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm trying to understand about the video now, is it has something to do with cell pockets, not necessarily having to do with direct sunlight changing and going in, but there's something about how the energy is harnessed and it changes the energy, and it's not using battery. It's actually direct, kind of like direct current. I thought this was pretty cool.
I mean, you're right. It does make sense. Because this plant uses the sun's energy to make the food and feed itself.
Mm-hmm.
But it's one of those things where it's like, how much power does it give off?
Mm-hmm.
How many plants do you need? Like what would it take to get to where we need it to get to, and who's going to block it from happening?
And then that's another thing, right? I'm sure all of these government companies and subcontractors will fight this, because the one thing that's brought this to the attention, I went this way, you couldn't see it, so I'm going this way, science, is the fact that the photosynthesis energy resource is twice as powerful as solar energy. So that's where it's coming from. The curiosity is they can harness more power through this photosynthesis My teeth then. Then they get through solar power. So that's why I brought it to the attention. I think that's really cool. And the platelets are different. They're actually octagon instead of square.
Mhm.
So how they place them is very interesting because you don't. It's in some ways they said it doesn't need anything but light. So does that mean you can create fake light and shoot it at this thing and create energy during the nighttime? But can you do the same thing with solar power? If you have a strong enough spotlight, no, evidently not. That's the one thing I've heard. Evidently, you cannot create solar power with artificial light. I don't know how that's possible. It's all to me the same, but that's what they say. Yeah, Jason's right. Politics. Yes, politics.
Photosynthesis is only 100% natural,
Mhm.
and I'm not cause of the big break, bill damage, anything else.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, I understand.
Yeah, I agree. Robert says might be where the treehouse idea for the time machine came from. Oh, could be, Rob. That's a valid point. I didn't even think about that. Hey, Jillian, how are you? Ether. Yes. Ether.
Either
Yes.
it sounds like your Irish.
Ether.
How are you?
Yeah, Ether.
Top of the morning to you.
Yeah, I know. And she's right. Geometric storms won't affect photosynthesis. Well, there you go, Rob. That's a valid point too. All right, so there you go.
Years down the road, we can start using that for energy.
I think there's going to be a lot of change, but again,
Driving our plant mobiles.
yeah, well, you know what? Careful what you say about that because science sometimes does dictate how things go, and so does sci-fi. And in one Asian cartoon called Robotech or Macross, there's a flower that's used. It's called protoculture to power everything. So who knows, man? Who knows?
It could happen.
What's up, girl?
I'm not against it. Just there's a lot, that needs to happen.
It is a lot that needs to happen. Maybe our sage idea could be the way of the future. It's the way of the future. Esther 56. Ah, there we go. There it is. That makes more sense now. Monica, I thought there was something inside the solar panels that has an interaction that has to travel through a power cord to the batteries. And the batteries still have to charge. That's correct. You're absolutely right. Where photosynthesis, it's not needed. She's dropping some numbers for us this morning. Well, good morning and thank you. 353, 74. Jesus equals 74. Rock on, rock on. John 47. Yes. So really, that's really all we had for y'all this morning. We just wanted to chit chat. Okay. So let's get back into the paranormal a little bit.
Okay.
All right. That's kind of our thing to go to. I know through experience in the last 3 weeks that my whole idea. Did you turn the lights on?
No, I think the sun was behind the cloud.
No, I had the lights on.
They weren't on when I came in here. They were. Yeah, they've been off.
That's odd. All right. Sorry, y'all. We just had an moment. I have found that I think we're doing the whole paranormal research thing wrong. Now, we know that spirits of any type may interact and use whatever they want or manipulate whatever they want to use. Okay? All right. But over the past 3 weeks in an investigation that I was at in Lynchburg, Virginia, I had an experience that blew my mind. It was very intriguing. I think we need to start aiming at more of static energy and researching static energy than electromagnetic energy or anything else out there. I think we've been looking about this research all wrong. And I think now it's time for some new stuff. we need to develop and encourage and move the paranormal field forward. And we've been stuck doing the same old thing for 20 years. Oh, I have an answer.
That was the question.
Yes, the question. Where did the EMF reader come from?
I don't know, parts from sciences from the 1800s or something.
No, absolutely not. But that was
no.
interesting. Sean and I were talking about this on G3. Doing the research, I found out if you look at the time periods, etc., when this was all applied, almost cussed. I did really good. Freaking, no pun intended, freaking Ghostbusters is when that's this whole idea of people thinking that EMF detects paranormal activity.
Do you think it's the EKG meter they were using?
That's it. Oh, yeah. That's exactly what it is. It's just an electromagnetic.
They should make an EMF meter that looks like an EKG meter.
They do.
So you can like cosplay.
They do have it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's on Amazon.
That'd be awesome.
So go to Amazon if you want your little Ghostbuster toy. But it's probably not a toy. It's probably like $600.
Exactly. Get like the Ghostbuster trap, and so then they put like a recorder in it. So you're capturing the ghosts, but you put like a little ghost trap recorder thing, and you can put speakers on either side and play it and do the EVPs that way.
You know, that sounds crazy as hell, but you know what? I like that idea.
it's you know, I think it would be pretty cool. You know, and then people, you love Ghostbusters. I got the Ghostbusters ghost trap recorder.
But you know what? What if there was a spirit that was back from that period of time that had tragic death? They're going to know what that trap is.
Yeah.
So why not? It's a trigger tool. Why not?
It's fun.
It's fun. You know, put some activity and fun back into researching. Why not put a digital recorder and open the trap and see what you get? How, you know, we've heard the spirits laugh here.
Yeah.
So why not give them something to be go, hey, now you guys are being silly. I already know what's up to be.
Yeah. You don't have to be serious all the time.
Yeah.
And that goes with what they were saying last night on the show. The more fun you have during an investigation, the more likely you are to get
Interaction.
Stuff. Yeah.
Well, we've seen that here.
Yeah.
I think we've got more interaction here when we're playing the board games or having social interaction than we do when we're doing research.
Yeah. We're upstairs just in the Pearl. We always have a good time, and we get good stuff up there.
Yeah, but we're using another theory there.
Yeah.
we're doing a little perverted on that one. But whatever works, man.
But use like when we're talking and having a good time, you know, the spirits are definitely more active, or they want to be a part of the conversation.
Agreed. Robert White, are you suggesting that spirits can use static cleaning to manifest? Maybe not manifest. I don't know. What I am suggesting is that certain entities may use static energy to create events to happen. Now, again, it is a possibility that they do use static to manifest. The orb that we caught in Bel Nemus, I don't think that was electromagnetic. I really think that's static. That was a static ball. Just of everything we've noticed in the past. I got egg power. There you go, girl. And nano. Now we're talking. Uh-oh. Yeah, nano. She's bought. Hey, stop using my words. Although I like nano. That's where, when I came back from that investigation, that's where that came. Spirit relocation. Spirit relocation technician. I come from Mork Indy. Great Ghost Monopoly. You know what? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
That'd be fun to put together a ghost hunting board game, or like a game. Or like a game you could play.
Robert, do not pass go. Do not collect ectoplasm. I like that, dude. I think you're onto something. We could do that. Oh,
Interactive
Jason.
game. Yeah. That'd be fun.
An
fun to
interactive
do.
ghost. I don't want to use Ghost Hunter, but hey,
Yeah,
Ghost
go
Hunter's
paranormal
Plus.
investigator game, something like
Yeah,
that.
that's not a bad idea. And I know it's out there, haunted locations, blah blah blah. But
Yeah.
make it something different. That's a great idea.
I think Brian Cano did something
Cano.
like that.
You may have. I don't know.
I don't know how it worked, but
Okay, it's through number 351. Excellent. A equals 1B equals 2, etc. on the 351. Well done, Jalen. Oh, yes, she is. Fire up.
wow, that sounds like
Yeah,
Da Vinci Code type shit there.
That's not his thing.
No.
He likes to go hunt shit, but when it comes to equations, he comes to me for that shit.
You'll be like, all right, you take care of this.
Howie, what the hell is it?
Numbers involved, I am out.
Exactly.
But
But seriously, you guys, I want you to rethink about those of you who research the paranormal supernatural. Start going outside the box again, because the inside box ain't working, and it's also not working because the field's not coming together, and it never will. We're not. We would like to be a scientific community, but we're not. It's very
a lot of
rare.
self-interest out there.
A lot of self-interest, and it's not all for the common cause because there's too many things at play. And I'm not going to say anything more about that. I'm just saying, we really need to get to our basics. Excellent. Yes, mission of God with God. Yes. So catch us next month. We'll see.
We barely made this show.
I know.
It's made 529. We're gonna.
Good God. We've had so much going on, and every time we get ready to do the show, just like some of the other shows, there have been some issues, or we've been busy as hell. I know he and I have been busy with Project 360, which is building a repertoire, information data for here at the Cabinet 360 to help the teams that come here, so we can gather information from them and we can share information with them. This way, we're getting a better all-around conclusion of what might be happening,
and to help ourselves as far as understanding,
yeah, keeps our sanity.
Yeah, how stuff works, and it's fun.
Yup. So, I want to take this time to thank you all for tuning in and hanging out. TikTok.
Thank you very much.
Y'all. Appreciate y'all. Travelers and those thank you for tuning in and hanging out with us this hour. The next show is probably not going to be but for the second week in June. So give us a little spread time. That's only 3 weeks away.
Yeah.
So, hey.
But stuff is always changing. So
always changing. And that's why we try to stay up with you guys. Well, with one leg on the other side already, I can say that I can send part of me out there in spirit. We love you, Rob. We really do, amigo. So check it out. Keep an eye out. Keep a listen out. See when we're going back out again. Check out the both shows on the Rift Nation Network and on the Vibe Network. Great shows, entertaining shows, and just there to spread the word in what way it may be. And until then, we'll see you guys on the other side. So we meet again.
Take me to the other side. All right, guys.
Oh, good song.
We will see you later. And this has been the conclusion of What's Going Down.